Once upon a time, I told somebody, this country where they look like this, so if you say that they mismanage, they're not they mismanage them. They actually they properly manage them. Now they say Nigeria is not working well. As far as some people are concerned, Nigeria is working perfectly well. Everything you complain about in this country, you get with the favor. So today I saw a video of Pastor Sam Adeyemi, the pastor of District Christian Center, explaining exactly what I've been saying for a while. Listen to this.
But doesn't that also say that we may have been programmed over the years to where we are now? And how do you think that happened?
Mona, listen.
Well, maybe we need to admit the fact that our being undeveloped, our citizens being ignorant, being put in a state where practically all of us have to fight for survival, maybe it's advantageous to some people.
Yes.
Maybe I guess the average person may not have thought about it, but actually it's possible that it is intentional because people ask. When I say it's possible for Nigeria to develop, we all need to have that discussion. Where do we want Nigeria to go? Do we want Nigeria to become a developed economy?
We want to.
I absolutely see no reason why. I don't see any tribal reason. I don't see any religious reason, right? The countries from which the religions came,
Saudi Arabia,
right, they developed. So what's our problem? So the religion is not the excuse. It's not the problem, right? So we need to have that discussion and we need to have that agreement. Why are we not having it? Why are we not having that national discussion in the first place?
Question.
Because it is advantageous to some people for things to remain the way they are. The state of power supply, for example, is it of advantage to anyone that we should not have uninterrupted power supply?
Call article name, call out.
Or maybe if I was selling power generating sets and now inverters and solar panels, maybe it will not be part of my prayer point that we should have uninterrupted power supply for 24 hours.
Call article
we need to look at it from that angle. And when it is so, then you realize some people that have leadership capacity, capacity to influence, capacity to shape the country, are not doing it the right way. We're not having visionary leaders that have empathy for the average citizen and actually want Nigeria to become a developed economy. We need those kind of leaders now.
We need to be.
And Nigerians need to listen, you know. Like you said earlier on, so we're approaching another election cycle now. What should we listen for? What should we look out for? What kind of leaders do we need? I say humorously to my friends sometimes, there's this Yoruba proverb that says, the wife that we use dancing skills to marry, eventually somebody with better dancing skills will distract and take her away. So it looks like it's the people that can make the loudest noise that we listen to, right? When the elections come and then we begin to see all those images on TV, all those songs, the campaigns, we enjoy the singing and all that. It looks like we get carried away with all of that and we don't really pay attention to the real issues. Nigeria needs to become a developed economy. But Nigeria, possible. That is
okay. Make I break them down so that you're not going to understand. As a man in Nigeria, there are two things you need. First thing is money. The second thing is power. So when a man has made money, he switches to look for power. That's why you find one guy who don't make 2 billion or 5 billion from nowhere wants to go into the House of Rep, because after money, you need power. Now you use power to sustain your money. So let's say you import generators and you're one of the major importers of generator in Nigeria, and then you have successfully gotten into power. You will make sure Nigeria does not have light. People will write you ideas that will make Nigeria have light. You will throw the idea in one corner. Why? Because your generators need to sell. Let me take it to state. You see this insecurity in states that you are seeing. The governor is benefiting. When you hear say herdsmen destroy one place, Boko Haram do one place, there's something called security vote. The government needs more money to guarantee security. So more money means that this insecurity is favoring him. When you see them going to war and shooting each other, what do you think the man selling gun is doing? He's smiling to the bank. When you see that Boko Haram is moving in the northeast, go and look at the lifestyle of military generals. The more that wala they there, the more they have money to give to their babe and buy fine cars. They will make sure that insecurity goes nowhere. Now, Korofo army, I go to shout, have we not finished us? Have we not finished us? The big boys are balling. They need Nigeria to be like this. Now, they say the country is not managed properly. So the politician who knows that during election, somebody will need to help and thief ballot box. Are you expecting him to send that person to school? If he send that person to school, that person will be aware and educated, and he will not steal ballot box again. He needs that person to remain uneducated. He needs the Agbero to remain there. They will need them every 4 years. So they will not give them good education. Because with good education comes open eye, and with open eye comes questions. When you don't open eye, you start to question the government. That's why during Goodluck Jonathan time, we don't shop belle full. That means we know say $20 billion they lost. When Buhari enter, when hungry start, now rice we call they look for. Now election is coming, they are sharing rice again. And not even better rice. Some few cups of rice, they package and one can put their picture. Do you think if Nigerians are okay and there is food for people to eat, do you think anybody is going to go and queue up to collect your rice and your groundnut here? You need them to be hungry so that they can queue up for your rice and your groundnut here. Just make sure 5,000 is big money to them, so that when you give it to them during election, they will vote you. With 5,000 you buy 1 vote. With 50,000 you buy 10 votes. With 500,000 you buy 100 votes. With 5 million you buy 1,000 votes. With 50 million you buy 10,000 votes. With 500 million you buy 100,000 votes. So with 5 billion you have 1 million votes. The whole vote will people will say win Edo State not reach 1 million votes. So 5 billion you have an election. But first, you need to make sure that the people are hungry to the point where 5,000 becomes a big deal to them. They will make sure that you do have enough money. So Nigeria is not mismanaged. Nigeria is properly managed. The question is, what is the mission and vision of this country? That is when you can tell if the people managing it are not managing it well, or they are managing it well. From the look of things, Nigeria is going exactly the way our elites and political class wants Nigeria to go. This old brouhaha is favoring some people.